All right, as quickly and as painless as possible. Best meditation known to man. And what else would you rather do while meditating than making crosses? Most of you know I preach for a small house church here in Arizona, who, with a few others, support my ministry here in Tucson. But I've made so many of these things over the past couple of years. Sarah wants her house back, so I got to sell some, and that helps the ministry too. So here's how this is going to go, and I want to make it as simple and quickly as possible. All of these pieces are rescued pieces of wood that would have otherwise ended up being burned, so they're being saved from the fire. All pieces pretty much go through the same routine. It starts here and then goes to here, then 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 here, and end up here. And few things give me more pleasure than taking these pieces of wood that would have otherwise been burned and turning them back to their old glory and letting them announce the same message that they used to announce when they were trees, the glory of God. So here's how it's going to go. I'm going to show you the pieces along with a number. If you like a piece or two or three or whatever, take note of the number and then check to see if it's still available. I'll comment in the first comment box below which ones have been taken. I'll continually update that as often as I can so that everyone's not going for the same pieces. So if you like a piece, take note of the number and then put it in the comments below that that's the piece or the pieces that you would want. I'll confirm with you through Messenger that the piece is still available and that it's yours. Now, what I'm not doing is running back and forward to the post office to determine the exact postage on these things. So I decided just make it a flat rate, unless it's one of the heavier or larger pieces. Flat rate, $20. And if you want a piece, you cover the postage, $20, and then make a donation to my ministry. And that's it. You can send the money to me through PayPal or Venmo or by check. If you use PayPal or Venmo, you can use my telephone number or my email to find me on those websites, and I'll put it down here and at the end. And once I've received the money, I'll ship it out to you. The donation is entirely up to you. Now, some people have said that's a little bit risky because what if everybody just gave you $1? Well, in my experience, that's not what happens. And people tend to be generous in these things. And if and when they're not, it's because they can't afford to be. And that's understandable too. I want these pieces to find good homes. And in my experience, there's always people who pay far more than these things are worth because they're supporting the cause more than anything else. So it all balances out in the end. Now, there are a few exceptional pieces, and I'll make it known. And they're exceptional because either of the rarity of the wood, and perhaps not that the wood is rare, but again, I don't go buy wood, I find it. And some of this wood is so patterned, or because I've spent so many man hours, then I would be hoping, to at least get out of these things what I put in them. But if it's an exceptional piece, I'll put a little note when that piece comes up. So in no particular order, here's the video of me holding them up. I hope you like them. I'll use this one as the first one. This is actually saguaro wood from inside a cactus. You know, the armed cactus, the iconic cactus. This is what's inside one of them. And so are those behind me that we'll look at later. This is a little piece that was made up of all the discarded pieces from all the discarded pieces. This is one of the exceptional pieces, and it might not look overly exceptional, but what makes it exceptional is because it's the only cross that I've ever made from our own tree that grows out in the front yard. Again, this is the saguaro wood from the cactus. This is simply pine bark. It's as light as a feather and very fragile, but it's a beautiful piece of bark. And then I tried doing some pieces with two different types of wood for the crossbeam. I don't know, there might be, some people like this kind of thing. I'm not overly convinced. That it's not that I don't like them, but I'll see how other people react. And then I have some slightly bigger pieces. Again, this is saguaro wood from the cactus. Pretty dense. Show you it close up. This is wood from inside a different cactus. It's called a jumping cactus, but as you can imagine, you got to clean every one of those little holes. So it was quite laborious, but beautiful. Beautiful piece of wood, and I thought it was worth the effort. And then I have a few that I can't sit down and show you, like this guy. Again, it's saguaro wood, but you know, close up and give you an idea. And this can go on a wall or stand on its own. And then there's ones I have to show you from afar. I don't know how I would ever get them to you. Maybe a church might want one and pay for the shipping. Or maybe there's someone here in Tucson. But here's the size of them. This one would hang on a wall. And again, it's the same cactus wood. And lastly, there's the biggest one I've made. It stands on its own, but I mean, I guess it could hang from a wall. Again, it's the saguaro wood. Oh, man, got to really back up. So that's about the long and short of it. If you'd like one, let me know. God bless you.
Lord, you are more beautiful to me. The longer that I live, the more that I see.